Are you nervous to sell in a niche where big recognizable brands already sell their products? Well, it turns out that you don't need to be. More than 3/4 of all searches on Amazon are generic and don't include a brand name. Let's take a look at why this is amazing news for private label sellers like you. I'm Darren, and this is On Trends. This week, we're going to be looking at a new study from Marketplace Pulse. This study shows us that shoppers on Amazon are more needs-focused and less concerned about buying specific brands. This is obviously inherently good news for sellers who are looking to compete or already compete in categories where there are other big recognizable brands. I want to remind you guys to stay tuned till the end of this episode because we're going to be looking at our question of the week, which is brought to us by you. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and our Facebook page because we have some huge news coming up in the next couple weeks that you are not going to want to miss. All right, let's dive into it. This new study by Marketplace Pulse shows us that 78% of all searches on Amazon are generic and do not include a brand name. A consumer might search for something like running shoes rather than Nike running shoes or Adidas running shoes, which means that those kind of more generic keywords that don't include a brand name are more valuable. Keywords analyzed in the study included the 100,000 best performing keywords based on search volume. This represents an estimated 64% of all searches on Amazon. And that's important to note because this just shows that this is not a small study with kind of obscure keywords. This includes the best and the biggest keywords on Amazon. But even if consumers include a brand name in their searches, you, as an Amazon private label seller, can always bid on those keywords if it makes sense to you to do that. And so you can actually rank above the actual brands, even if the consumer is typing in that brand name. One great example of this is if you search for Casper mattresses, you actually see the best seller, which is not a Casper mattress, ranking above it on page 1. Well, simply put, it just means that consumer behavior is different on Amazon. And the different consumer and buyer behavior is actually beneficial to you as a private label seller that isn't actually a well-established big brand like the Nikes and the Caspers of the world. At the end of the day, this means that you as a private label seller are actually playing on a level playing field compared to big brands. And if you do your due diligence as a successful private label seller, by optimizing your listing, taking the best photos possible, optimizing your keywords so that you rank organically for the most relevant keywords, plus you have a very strategic and smart ad campaign, you as a private label seller have just as good of a chance selling things like running shoes as the very best in the world. So while this isn't to say that shoppers on Amazon don't care or don't know about brands, it is really nice to see as a private label seller that only 22% of the searches on Amazon are actually for specific brands. So what do you think about this article? Let us know in the comments below. If you think that this is as amazing news as we do, we want to hear it. Tell us in the comments. Now, let's move into the question of the week. This one brought to us by Tony. And if you guys have a great question of the week, something you want me to answer personally in the next video, let us know in the comments because you could be the question of the week next week. All right, let's dive in. Tony asks, I'm on the starter plan. What happens if I exceed the 100 emails per month? Do they roll over into the next month? Do they have a limited lifespan and will not be sent? The next month starts afresh with only emails from first day of the month. What's going on there? So Tony, it's important to note, and I think the first place that I want to start with this question is if you're already selling and you're already making emails using Email Automator, you should really consider upgrading to the business package because 100 emails over a 30-day time period probably isn't enough to really scale and communicate with your users as your business grows. So the business package will take you from 100 emails to 20,000 emails over a 30-day time period. Now, as far as the limits go, the limits are actually over a 30-day rolling time period. So it doesn't start over at the start of the month. It doesn't start over when your billing cycle restarts. It's actually every day you'll get back the emails that you sent 30 days prior. So for example, for you being on the starter plan, say you send 10 emails today and you have 100 emails total to send over a 30-day time period. You're now down to 90 emails until you're able to regain those emails back. So 29 days from now, you're gonna get those 10 emails back. You'll be back up to 100 emails if you haven't sent any more emails. All right guys, We hope you enjoyed this edition of Zon Trends. We have some really optimistic news from this marketplace pulse study, which shows us that consumers on Amazon are actually looking to buy your product over Nike and Adidas product, which is amazing news. Plus, we took a look at the email automator limits and what happens when you reach those limits with our question of the week. If you guys love this content, we want to keep making it. Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear from you whether there's some new study or piece of information that you want us to talk about, or you have the question of the week. We want to hear from you. So let us know in the comments below. And of course, subscribe to our page if you haven't already. We're gonna be talking about some really big things coming up, not only within the Amazon industry, but ZonGuru. We have some really exciting news. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.